All right, meme at the week.
Oh, 15 days at the supermarket, 2 days at my house. I know. How does that happen?
Talking about those ripe bananas. That's kind of how, it goes bad.
So quickly.
Okay. Well, we've got something fun to talk about. We are big proponents of ugly cookies. We've talked about ugly cookies a lot, but I wanted to talk about it a little bit more because I think sometimes it's easy to forget how easy it is to do this project.
Does that cancel out the easies? It's easy to forget
easy.
how
No,
easy?
It's not like a double negative. It really is easy. So I wanted to just spend a little bit of time because this is one of the best adultitis antidotes we've ever come up with, is the idea of, and it was inspired by a friend of ours. I tell the story about these ugly cakes that they made. You can read about that on the website. But I am reminded back to a time we did this with the kids when they were a little bit smaller. And a couple easy tips, okay? Just get a regular box of cookie mix. Mm-hmm. Butter, easy. Eggs, oil, whatever it is. Like, throw that in. You're good to go. Starts out pretty normal, right? Then, just pull stuff out of your pantry. This is the perfect time with Easter behind us. You may have some Easter candy, jelly beans, Peeps, all kinds of stuff.
Sure you do.
Just pulled a bunch of stuff out of our pantry. Some of the stuff may have even been from Halloween at the time. That's how stale it was. Just as long as it's edible. It's more fun if it's edible. All right. Then don't be afraid of savory foods. Mm-hmm. You see here we've got pickles. Pickles and chocolate chip cookies. I'm convinced that's going to be a culinary sensation. It's the new chocolate and peanut butter right there. Okay, so think about savory type things that you can put into it. Here we've got sprinkles and Lucky Charms. Now this is another thing. This is a very easy thing to do with little ones because they you just get the pops of dough and put stuff on there. Basically what we did, you can see here, we just took the dabs of dough and then put stuff on it. And this is a Peep that got impaled by a pretzel. No one said that there would be some casualties along the way, right?
Yep.
I remember very distinctly, we just got some canned frosting. Again, you don't have to go through the trouble of making this up. A little bit of food coloring. And I remember Lucy did this.
That color was so gross.
She used all the colors. Way more than the FDA probably is okay with.
Yeah.
And but it came out to be a nice putrid green color.
Yeah, like a little army green.
So that's another thing. Add some frosting to it. You add pantry items, frosting, sweet items, savory items. Then we had fun. It was almost like a science experiment. So what's going on here is that's a gummy worm that basically melted all over the place. Mm-hmm. And we had dots and M&Ms or jelly beans, I should say. And they stayed pretty much in shape, but they kind of oozed into the rest of the dough. So that was kind of fun. But we kind of thought like we needed to adjust with the gummy worms. So eventually we put the gummy worms at the end of the baking process to keep them intact. Yeah. And threw some bacon on there because what doesn't bacon make better, right? And this is one of my favorite pieces. This was basically an art piece of a Peep mourning his fallen comrade. Nah, didn't make it. So it's emotional. Kind of sad. It is. Yeah. It's emotional. Mm. It's fun. It's a lot of things.
It's fun.
And then guess what? That frosting that you just whipped up, glue. Mm. You can put stuff in it. It's very handy for.
Have you ever tried to use that for other types of things you need glue for?
Adhesive? No. Yeah. No, I haven't, but maybe we should.
I know.
Maybe we should. So there you go. We got these good use there. And then here's the overview. You can see the variety of joy here. And
is that what you call it?
We did eat a bunch of these.
We did, yeah. And if you're doing this with like daring people who like a little shenanigans, you'll eat them, you know?
Yeah.
If you're doing it with stick in the muds, pick new people.
Yeah, for sure. So let me see if I have any other. The beauty is in the variety. So I mentioned many of them. Breakfast cereals work really well. Marshmallows, spray cheese.
Oh,
Highly recommend spray cheese. Potato chips.
That would be interesting.
Licorice, breath mints, broccoli, raisins. Some people think raisins in a cookie already is a bad move.
Jennifer Tackett, yes, I love the ugly sweater ones too. That was something we did for the Wonder Whimsy Society secret. Let's see, it was in one of the boxes, right?
Yep, the mystery mailings.
Mystery mailings was we sent off ugly sweater cookie cutters, and they had to make ugly sweater cookies, which was super fun to see what you guys came up with. So
Stacy wants to know if you tried the chocolate chip and pickles.
I think I did. I actually kind of liked it too. You know,
something about that saltiness.
I know. I like pickles, good. So I'm game for pickles.
Yeah. So hopefully that gives you some ideas, some inspiration. Maybe this weekend, just make a batch of ugly cookies. I want to see what they look like.
I know. Send them our way. We'll show them on the show.
It's a lot of fun. Does this still work? Yes. Send it to kj@escapeadulthood.com. We'd love to see
or just send us ugly cookies in the mail.
Yeah. But fun tip, like we said, we've done this with groups. Keeping them edible is kind of fun.
It is.
Like people can add just different junk to it, and that's fine, but it is kind of fun to be able to then taste it afterwards and see what you think. Maybe you just stumbled upon a new culinary creation.